Just trust in the fire and never get burned. The fire that breaks over water. So water can put out your fire. Lift your fire. This is not a threat. You have rejected your last time.
On your favorite streaming platform, Fresh Sound. Activated mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
And the time is 11 and we are into Dianna and Mr. Roleza. We will be conducting an interview this morning with as well as Jati and Jati are based in Jamaica, right? Jati?
Yes, greetings. Can you hear me?
Hi, we're not hearing you.
Okay. My pleasure to be here.
Okay.
Standing from representing Jamaica. Thanks for having me.
We're seeing that you're talking about.
Go ahead.
Okay. So yes, we are conducting an interview with Bongo Shaka. Jackie is a Jamaican. He's joining us via stream. Jackie and Bongo Shaka are members of Rastafarian faith. But they are Rastafarian. All of that, everything that needs to be cleared up this morning. This morning, topic is Rastafari life, religion. We're having the same thing happening. That is audio.
All right, Jati, can you speak again, please?
Can you hear me good now?
Okay, I'm not hearing.
Okay, I'm not hearing.
Bongo, let's figure out this and Bongo, let's begin with you. And let's begin with you.
Yeah, greetings to here in the studio. Thanks for inviting I on wonderful forum that morning. I love to say, as you know, I love to greet all the audience, listening audience, whether in Sweden or the rest of the world, whatever region. Thanks for your time, because time is one greatest thing. So, thanks much for time. Right? So, and I don't have the present time because I want to greet them. So, but I just like to open up. Small prayer. Which are you would say? So I'll start with this prayer. Gloriful in word, gloriful in song, gloriful in song, gloriful in Most High, Almighty Father, Almighty Father. Prince and princesses shall come out of Egypt. Ethiopia shall stretch forth her hands unto the Almighty Father, Ethiopia. Thy divine majesty, let thy irate come into our hearts, dwell in the path of righteousness. Lead us, help us to forgive that we may be forgiven. Teach us love and loyalty on earth as it is in Mount Zion. Endow us with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to do thy will. Let thy blessing to I and I, us, if you want to say if you want to say when you are Dianna instead of us, you know that. So let thy blessing to us that the hungry be fed, included, sick nourished, the aged protected, and the infants cared for. Deliver us from the hands of our enemies, that we may prove fruitful in the last days. When our enemies are past and decayed, in the depths of the sea or the depths of the earth, or in the belly of the beast, O grant us all the peace in thy kingdom, both now, forever and ever. So let the word of thy mouth, the meditation, my heart, be humble, Almighty Father. Lord, I give you the Redeemer. You long live it and reign it forever. You cast you long live it and reign it forever. You cast all thy son like you now. Don't give thanks like you now.
All right, so
I appreciate that, you know.
all right, so Bongo and Jati, Jati, we're still trying to sort this out. Is it possible if you to go out of the stream and come back in, please? And let's see if that helps. And let's see if that helps. So exit and then come back in. So exit and then come back. We can't hear anything at all. We can't hear. We can't hear anything at all. All right. So just exit and come back in. All right. So Bongo, when we started this segment, I played a song. You don't have to dread to be Rasta. What are your general thoughts on that song?
Well, I personally, as Rastafari, I even know brother have cited also. Okay, due to the trend of what people bring in Rastafari into now worldly pleasures and worldly affairs and loot from the first estate. Okay, we kind of a natural man and identify. That's why we are peculiar people. As people look at I and I, you know. So sometimes I said I use I and I or us. If I, you know, if you hear I say I and I or something, and then generalizing. So what happened is that many ones, even in the musical form these days, have used a lot of wrong wording about Rastafari. So a lot of ones who never be around a true Rastafari who's very grounded in the principle and commands of this journey and the way that we separate ourselves men things from the worldly ways. Okay? Yeah, one may chant, but sometimes but it's you for yourself that you in yourself when you pray. I might be forgiveness because the man I might have that power. So and then you rise above that. You rise above that. Calamity, whatever the situation was. So going forward to your song. Now, basically years ago, let's just reference. If you are a lot of man in a room, whether man have dreadlock, because some man will say they support Rasta, some man will tell you, them the culture man, them the African, them identify black, and natural. So the way dreadlocks, I mean, brethren of my travels, that will tell you that, and they will then support for you. The man will tell you, man, when by you anything, man, I deal with them. Right? So if I say in a room, police busting. Say all Rasta man go so. All Barlet go so. You think you sit down there, you are no locked in the head, you sit down there. What will you do this? Officer, me a Rasta. Me a Rasta by me heart. No. But people use that and say, that man will laugh and who says Rasta, they're doing this, they're doing that. And all kind of vanities and foolishness. And then they say, okay, we have virgin. I have virgin who not Even carry dreadlocks as Rastafari. That is very article. Very loving and kind. I have want people like that. And I don't look down upon them or like I'm higher. So you can't me tell no one you don't have to be dreadlocks to be Rasta. No way. So
Okay, so
this is thing that is the true essence of reggae music, which speak of the words in the song, advocating for truth and rights and justice and love and respect and togetherness, right? And very universally that it bear fruit throughout the world, even wars in motivate soldiers,
okay, Bongo,
you know.
1 minute, please. Sorry, I don't know what's going on, but the listeners are saying that there's a lot of feedback and there's an echo. Jati, can you speak? Jati, can you hear you?
Okay, I'm actually conversation
yes.
clear out what's happening here. So
So
Are you hearing
pause
me
is
now?
happening there. Do we have there's an echo?
okay, it's
Can
on.
you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
I do not know.
Okay, go ahead for me, please, Bongo.
Yeah, that's the thing with technology. And when something,
Yes.
as some Rastaman say, when some powered riding or something irate, the devil like come to rock, So I know Rastaman many occasions where brother going to school and all kind of mystical things happening, you know what I mean? So yeah, so as I say, so I and many
Yes.
brethren, I don't really accept that stuff, right?
Yes,
You
you
know, no
hear me
matter
now?
who you come and tell, like, oh, I'm a Rasta man, I eat barbecue. Oh, you don't
Okay,
want the Rasta man.
so that's why
So
that's why this morning. So the questions we're gonna get into that clarified. You have locks on your head, but you're not really a Rastafarian. So that's what we're getting into. Hopefully, we could get the thing fixed up us instead of getting that cleared up.
Can you hear me at this time?
Okay, because the thing about it, we're not hearing it. We're not hearing it on the stream. All right, Jati, we're actually not hearing you at all. I'm not sure if it's a
None at
situation
all?
with your mic, or your device that you use. We're not. No, it's not master muted. No, it's not master muted. Yeah,
The mic is
we're
on.
not hearing you at all, Jati.
all this voice. Brethren, I don't want to be I listen to the I, but brethren, I don't want to be I don't feel myself to you. It's in the most I give thanks, my brethren. I was in Jamaica from 1989. I came there. I spent a couple months with the elders, in particular Ras Bonages. I don't know him, or the Naya Bingi, and I was living in Augustown. So I don't feel no brethren, and brethren. Ras Iva and Ras Ibu and Bongo.
Okay.
Would be able to add
Yeah.
Bongo Joe, you know what I mean? And from Mope and so on. And then
All
I
right.
came for the 90 and 91 and 92.
All right, Jati, we're not hearing anything at all. And so when you say it's muted, I'm muting you because So we sincerely apologize. I'm not sure where the issue is coming from. So we sincerely apologize, especially to our listeners as well, and that we're not. Yeah, So Jati, I am muting you back because there's an echo that's coming through. All right. So on the stream. So because we're not hearing you, I've just muted it back. But there seems to be an issue somewhere that we can't figure out. All right. So if we don't get it sorted, if it's okay with you, you can stay on the live and maybe type your comments and then we can read them out instead. All right. Since you're already here on the stream. Okay. So you can respond and just type and then we would read them on air. Okay. All right. So Bongo and Jati, what does it mean to be a Rastafarian or to be a Rasta? What's the definition of a Rasta?
Rastafari. As I tell this is strange, right? This sounds strange to I, Bob and sister have a way they all like to change up things and dictate things, right? Because if your title is a Miss Joan Brown, anybody go call you, say, I'm looking for Miss Joan Brown name. What do you know what you're talking about? He carried the name Brown, is Joan Brown. So I know he carried the name Rastafari. And that Rastafarian do not apply to His Majesty Haile Selassie. This is where I get the name from, because this was His Majesty's name. So when I say greeting in Rastafari, we greet in love, because Rastafari is love. You know, we don't advocate violence or beat up women and so on, like other people does, right? So we advocate that, right? And when I at Rastafari, because Majesty is Ras, right? When he came governor, Ras is a highly title, Tafari, right? And it became king and so forth. So we have that name Rastafari. So we hold forward to that. But Babylon will come if they write some of the Rastafarian and the Rastafarian. No, Rastafari. That's the name. That's where I know is Rastafari. That's the name we came from. These are name and titles of His Majesty, and I accept that. And as like a rebellion to the as we say, the Babylonian system. We carry the dreadlock, just like the ancient disciples with the Christ man that the Babylon system say Jesus Christ, and I say Isis, because there was no J, nowhere at all in the Hebrew language. But that's for a different discussion. So I would just chat in principles. We have guidelines. We chat any commands and principles. Just like with these so-called, I won't say so-called because they do religion. Yeah, they have do religion. So I won't say so-called. But the religious people, they teach a whole different concept. So you know, but we deal with enough with scriptures, right? We deal with these same scriptures. But why in the religion there's a narrative that basically all preachers are going to study theology. They carry the same narrative. If you listen most preaching, and everybody want to be on TV and want to be mega stars, billionaires, or have big $15-30 million jet and 10 mansion and all these things, and interfering with young women and so forth. This is the trend. So everybody want to follow that. But I hold to the full principle. That's why they fight against Ethiopian Bible, because that's the original. The Babylonian system, which was the Roman Empire, right? They devised the whole system different. They take up books and leave a book. Books of Enoch, that Freddy's book. It would bring man more closer to the Almighty Father.
So go here, what you've given us a lot of information. We don't want people to get confused and lost. You're giving us a lot. Yeah. We don't want you to give too much information at once. So the first thing we were looking at was, who is a Rasta? I'm going to read Jati's response. Jati says, Rasta is an extension to Africa, a spiritual journey to the motherland, right? And you were mentioning some things there. That's why I'm saying you're giving a lot of information one time. You were mentioning His Majesty and the Rasta being a rebellion. So those are things now that we're going to have to explain. So when you say His Majesty, I know who you're referring to, but all the listeners don't know who you're referring to. So who is His Majesty?
His Majesty, his name was Ras Makonnen, right? And he was crowned in 1930 in St. George Cathedral, right, in Ethiopia, as the Kings of Kings and our Lords of Lords and conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of the Almighty and light of the world, direct descendants of King Solomon to sit on the throne of David, right? And His Majesty married Empress Manen on July 31st, 1911, at 90 years of age, right? So he was born in Ethiopia. And there's a lot of mystic things surround His Majesty birth, because he was the 9th child of his mother, who had lost 8 in childbirth. And when he was born, Ethiopia had a drought. There was many showers, rain, mystical thing happened. So, and then we have our many scriptures that we go into to show your strength within that, Yeah.
Okay, so if I see somebody with dreads, right, is the automatic assumption to me that that person is a Rasta? What exactly defines being a Rasta? Is it a way of life? Is it spirituality, the religion? Who exactly? Do I have to have dreads in order to be termed a Rastafarian?
As I say, Sister, you have to identify with the locks, with people saying dreadlocks, with I locks, okay? Because not easy, I show the Virgin Chardon for Aishan's time, and he know the history of Jamaica from in the 40s, 50s, 60s coming out, especially Coral Garden incident where they go and kill our holy for Rasta and all these things. A lot of ones, they know what they did to Rasta and all, many injustice throughout the Caribbean. And nothing
so
no reparation
we will get
for Rasta.
with the injustice. We will get to that. We'll talk about that, but we want to answer, who define what's the difference between me and you. You are Rasta and I'm not a Rasta. What's the difference? Imagine if I had locks on my head and somebody wanted to tell the difference between you and I.
Or even me not having locks, but can I be a Rastafarian without having the locks?
No, you have to have the locks. That will show you the power and strength. And the dreadlocks, when you one signed in Babylon system, so they have come to realize that the locks it carry a power. It's antennas, it give you a more connection. Because when Theodore in Ethiopia was killed, and so they divide up his spoil, and some took his locks because he had locks, Emperor Theodore. So that's important, that identity. As I say, right, it have people very conscious, black conscious, as the brethren say, I speak of Africa, that's our foundation, even that's why we use a lot of Marcus Garvey teachings and utterance also, for Marcus Garvey was a strength there and he was out of Jamaica. So we advocate that, Rastafari must be respected then, must be, because we have taught once throughout the Caribbean world the way to live, the way to eat. You see, come now with the wellness revolution, this, that. We have been showing people a lot of these things for years about growing your own food, be self-sufficient, have seed banks, have co-op, you know what I mean? All these things we have been showing people. We have brethren who have healed a lot of people. And brethren do not receive a blessing without any monetary gain, right? We have contributed towards a lot. In culture, there's very brethren, very culture, very, progressive in the art and crafts and so on. But the problem is the finance, the monies. And we don't have nothing set up that Rastafari can, a fund in particular, Rastafari could dwell with and set up centers and so on and let one teach what the talent is to the young youths and all these things. We don't have that. Where many injustices were done to Rastafari. That's why I say we're the peculiar people.
Okay.
But if you're wrong, a real Rastafari, you speak the love and see how sometimes people want to be a Rasta. I know one come around and eventually they chat up as Rasta.
Okay, so
All right, we have a call. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning. I don't think Bongo Chaka answered the question as yes.
Turn up a
Makes you a Rastafari. As far as I'm aware, Rasta is like a religion. It's a way of life. And as the song say, you don't have to be dread to be Rasta. It's a way of life. It's a religion, like a religious following. Okay? Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, caller. All right. Okay. So let's take a quick commercial break. And then we'll be back with more questions to pose to Bongo Shaka as well as Jati. All right. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Oh yeah. Ooh. Get value for your money. Ooh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Courts have it all.
Courts, make home yours.
Do you want to feel clean or refreshed after using the bathroom? Whether at home, work, or play? Welcome to My Smart Toilet Seats. All of our products wash your private parts after using the bathroom. bathroom without the use of your hands. Let's hear what our national table tennis champion, Damian Dublin, has to say.
I tried it and it works. There are 4 options. Simply add an attachment to your existing toilet seat, or choose a non-electric seat, or better, an electric seat that washes and dries you with warm water and air. Lastly, get a complete smart toilet that also flushes itself. What are you waiting for? Get your smart toilet seat today. Be smart, be refreshed, be clean, be a winner like me.
Our smart toilet seat is available throughout St. Vincent at retail outlets with the orange flags. You can call us at 457-1703 or visit our website at justwashit.vc.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Looking to upgrade your home without breaking the bank? Now's the perfect time. District Stairs huge independent sale. Get up to 45% off on selected items, including luxury vinyl planks, waterproof laminate, crown molding, baseboards, and more. So whether you're transforming your floors or adding the perfect finishing touch with elegant trims, we've got you covered. Hurry on in today. These deals won't last long. Visit District Stairs in the Russell Shopping Mall at Stony Grounds and turn your home into the masterpiece it deserves to be. District Stairs, quality you can trust, prices you can afford. Call us right now, 456-7649.
That could have been you. An accident that could have been avoided because your tires had almost no grip on the road. Safety is a factor that should never be overlooked when it comes to your car or whatever you drive. SVG Tire Sales and Services in Balls Avenue and in Arnisvale carries a wide selection of quality new tires to fit any car, truck, minibus, or SUV, so you can experience a comfortable and safe commute every time. We are agents for the world's most reliable brands on and off the road, including Kenda Tires, the king of the mountain, Cooper Tires, king of the road and track, Ostone, the king of the outback, and High Fly, the king of the Asian highway. We also carry new tires for light or heavy-duty trucks from MRF, High Fly, and Linglong. A reliable set of new tires keep you, your passengers, and your payload always in the safe lane. So when you need quality tires with reliability at 100%, choose SVG Tire Sales and Services in Kingstown, 457-1467, or in Arnisvale, 456-6444. SVG Tire Sales and Services. Performance and reliability proven when the rubber meets the road.
Listen all day, every day on your favorite streaming platform. The cleanest fresh sound. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, and we are back with you for our interview that we are having with Jati and Bongo Shaka. All right, and we are talking on the topic Rastafari, life, culture, and religion. All right, so we have somebody coming in. So we were asking the question, what is or who can be identified as a Rasta? And we have someone commenting on the WhatsApp.
And the WhatsApp, somebody says Rastafari, sometimes called Rastafarianism, is an Abrahamic religion that developed in Jamaica during the 1930s. It is classified as both a new religious movement and a social movement by scholars of religion. Practitioners of Rastafari identify themselves with the ancient Israelite, God's chosen people in the Old Testament, and believe that Black Africans broadly, or Rastas more specifically, are either the descendants or the reincarnations of these ancient people. Jati Bongo Shaka, that sounds like.
All right.
Jati also said the locks identify the Rasta man. But nowadays, people grow locks for style. You identify a Rasta by the contents within him or her.
All right. So to continue with the conversation, what is some of the way of life of a Rasta? What are some of the things that you engage in? Some of the things that you do and don't do? What makes up a Rastafarian type of lifestyle?
So we start specifically to make it easier. Let's start with food, perhaps. Because we know Rastafarians promote a certain type of lifestyle when it comes to eating. So let's talk about the food.
Yeah, give thanks to the post that sent in that although there's certain pointed, but I won't comment on it or whatever, but I give thanks to a lot of things you say is true, you know. But I know Rastafari be very mindful of wording, right? Because etymology of word, which is the true meaning and essence of word, the Babylon system have put them different, you know. As I say, if we had like a 2 or 3 hours program, Rastafari going deep in depth with a lot of things, you know, coincide with each other, right? But with the food, as you said, right? I know Rastafari, right? Brethren and sister and youths and so on. The whole family Rastafari is a natural, where we say, a ital liberty. That's where the word comes, ital, right? Natural food. Food without any chemicals. That's why years ago, Rastafari moved into farming. We connect with the earth. You know, as I say, go around Rastafari farm and so on, you see. And we have taught a lot of people, you know, show people the way of this liberty, which keep you healthier, okay? Less problem. But now these days, as the brethren say, Rastafari now have gone so commercial that ones eat and do anything like that, and then someday will proceed as Rastafari. What is a natural idle liberty? Okay.
So give us some examples, because you just cook and you say you just cook good too. So give us some examples of that natural food. Tell me a meal, for example.
Okay.
So a non-Rasta meal is
I know some
baked
brethren
chicken and
who
pie.
listen are people who was around Rastafari. You see, you know, I am a health man also. You know,
So tell us
you
the
eat this
healthy
big belly
food.
thing with everyone and so eat chicken and pie,
All
this,
right.
that,
Okay.
and
Bongo.
there's no value
the
value
healthy
in
food.
that. It's detrimental to your health.
Yes, that
you
is
know,
correct.
I'm a
That is
health man. Look, if I show you my aging Babylon system, you looking at I, all right? I'm a karate instructor for years. I try to keep my fitness level. A lot of youth, even quarter my age, can't come in power with that when come on fitness level, right?
You want to tell us your age?
Huh?
You want to tell us your age?
No, I always say I'm 1,000 years old. Before the world was, I was.
Okay, so tell us about the food
Yeah.
that is keeping you strong and healthy.
Let me get one. That will give you a night. I know you love eat one. Well, you know, in Rastafari, here in Simmons, Grandies, and many other places, Lucia especially used to make that. Those yabba, the clipper, like our ancient grannies of them used to cook them, right? The sweetest food you could get from a Rastafari, right, natural food, is in a yabba, cook on, right? Maybe coals or wood fire, wherever you desire, your choice. And you cook what we call a sap, you know, a soup. Yeah, with enough like callaloo, maybe beans you grow and so on, you know. Everything you have, you can get. Your Christophine, your okra, your because yam or tanya, you know, someone love the coconut dumpling, you know, but we wouldn't natural, so we use nothing at all from the
So you
Babylon.
don't use the pack seasonings that we buy.
No, those pack season are dangerous because if you are chained, okay, our Rastafari youth was chained, right? Without a whole heap of like salt, sugar, and a whole heap of processed food. Scientists have shown now processed food doing a lot of cancer to people that they can't find no remedy for these cancer. And they have acknowledged it because of processed food. That's why I gotta read these packets, right? If I did go, I ban all these things. You have somebody health division who know about these things. We call MSG, monosodium glutamate. It's very dangerous. And you get addicted to these things. These food enhancer make you get addicted. And so you always want them, you always want them. Eventually, 5-10 years of using it,
you get sick.
You have cancer and all things. That's why in life, it's simplicity. Some people get carried away. You do everything in moderation. Everything you do it in moderation.
All right. So Jati is saying the Rasta diet consists of fruits and ground provision. All right. So he's saying that's and no salt as well, right?
Yeah, give them a virgin. That's why you see some bowl from the area Jamaica say, "Why eat no yam?" And from that man yam and dusty come big in Jamaica. Right?
All right.
So yeah, Jati, and what if you see if I make you a salad, I make a salad. Like my brother and Bungo Joe, Bonaji, I boil and virgin the I the man with naturalist, right? The man never used to cook food like Bonaji then when we on Mobe Tabernacle area, right? When you make a salad, as you know, a salad will take you an hour or two, but people lazy. You make a toss, Salma Virgin.
But you're showing from the point, and we remember we only have an hour, right?
Well, we only have like 15 minutes now.
My brother say vegetables, so I tell you now what we do with the vegetables.
So you don't eat things, so you don't use the pan seasonings, you don't use a lot of salt. Or do you use no salt at all? Or
it have very use the sea salt because salt is important also for your body. Yeah? That's why the food have natural salt. So as I say, if you bring your use like that, when they eating, they won't scan the food. I met a woman, she's a Rastafari doctor, and she said, Bungo Shaka, see my little daughter, I never change on salt, sugar, nothing. If you get something like that, no, she will not eat it. What time she put it in her mouth.
All right, so I have a question here. So Jati made mention when we asked about who can be identified as a Rasta. So Jati says a true Rasta man recognizes the identity of His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie. Is Haile Selassie? Yeah. Haile Selassie. All right. Now, I do have a question with regards to this. Was Selassie, as far as I know, did not carry the locks. So what is the reason why Rastafarians identify with Haile Selassie? Because as far as I know from the information that documentaries, etc., that he was not a Rasta. So can someone explain this to me?
Well, people always bring that to I know, right? Say, man, she never carried dreadlock. What I know, okay? At the ancient righteous virgin of them and so on, they always came with dreadlocks, right? Look, Samuel, right? If you see that when he was his mother and bought with him, Angel and Peter and say, look, the man should not cut the hair, no strong drink, no flesh, not like that, right? You have teach of some all these virgin, right? So I Rastafari cited majesty, okay? Even him don't have no locks, right? The power of majesty.
But did he follow the Rastafarian faith?
Well, as I say, the Rastafari came out from His Majesty, right? As the Marcus Garvey has shown one that look to the east, there a king will be crowned, and we have black man redeemer, right? Because he say as the white people look to the own spectrum and look at the usually word that how him say, right? In the system, white gods, and black man must see the own God then, okay? In the same light, right? But I don't use the word God because there's many gods, right? Okay, so I'm saying that I use carry the dreadlocks. I say one was even show you 12 children and say you fall for Nazareth. When you separate yourself from the wall, okay, it might see the highly man, but I say I can't go in these details to show you what the power is majesty and what it represents. That will carry more into that way see Rastafari endless discussion. No, for hours, we said for days and nights, just reasoning non-stop.
Okay, all right. So to ask you another question, what do you think is the biggest misconception that people have regarding Rastas?
Well, for years, right? One of the biggest concepts you have against Rastafari, right? That even people within your own home, your own parents, brother, sister, mother, father, scorn by the time a brother say, he separating himself from the wall. And then even you get out his house. That's why many brethren went into the hills and they stuck up land, build a shack and just live naturally. Some brethren used to come to the hill for months, grow their own food and so on, plant like a herb. And then one thing now with the cannabis, we want to just call marijuana, but I don't use those words. Okay, I like to keep the fullness of word, the etymology word. It's cannabis originally. and because there's a stigma around this word marijuana, and I don't like use stigma which carry negativity and maybe it's a spirit of the devil. That happened for years, okay, to United States and the imperialistic systems, okay. So that was the thing that dissociate. Some of my daughter love a Rasta, you can't do that, and all kind of thing. Some of the daughter leave out the home just to be with the brethren and chat about Rastafari. You could hear testimony of each Rastafari. It would take you thousands of hours and days to hear testimony of somebody in their life. Okay? So they associate Rasta with the home. Yeah.
Hi, Joshua. Morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning to your guests. Gentlemen, I am still very confused. You keep you made mention several times to Babylon. Babylon, as you would attest to, was once the most powerful nation on earth. but it no longer exists. So why do you keep making mention of Babylon? If you could answer that for me, please. I listen to you off air.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, when okay. There's a lot of differences to the word when Rastafari mentioned word Babylon. Like, okay, in some years gone by, a man they see a police officer, say, man fire about Babylon, okay? One used to use that also. Well, other one get more conscious now, but the consciousness about Babylon, as your brethren say, yes, it was a great kingdom, as you said, it is true. But systems of this world, which even the Babylonian system was a great kingdom. There is certain systems within this whole system that have reigned out. That's why you have the New World Order. And if you put things together, you see what I'm coming from. So that's why we say the Babylon system, with a lot of principles and so on in deceptive ways and when. Look at what's happening. Basically, everyone wants to impose democracy on the world. And what democracy is about? It's just a lot of imperialist system. The United States, the head of democracy, as they say, they want to brand a lot of people terrorists, but they do terrorists and instigators, many things in the world. That's why they are changed up United Nations. When His Majesty, in the time before the World War II, they established the League of Nations. After World War II now, the US and 4 or 5 what they call it decide, okay.
All right, so we have a call coming in, okay? Another call. Hi, Coach, good morning.
Yeah, I mean, I have lots and I don't identify myself as a Rasta in terms of religion because I'm not religious. But how could you be using the Bible? The same Bible that you can't be using the Bible. For me, I think Rasta is an extension of Christianity. That's how I look at it. I mean, Bungo Shaka might have his own concept of how Rasta is, but I see Rasta as an extension of Christianity, as the conversion of Christianity. I don't speak falling away from Christianity.
Okay.
And in terms of health food and all that thing, I'm a vegan. I eat what they call IHL. That's my life. I'm vegan for the longest while. So, and there's a lot of people I know that is vegan. There's a lot of people so I mean, in terms of identifying Rasta, it's going to be a hard way just to simply say it's food. It's simply say it's religion because as far as I'm concerned, if you read in the Bible, you belong to the Christian denomination. You can't tell me that that's a Christian Bible and you read it from it and telling me that you're a Rasta. So, I mean, I don't know the difference. So that's my point.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Kojo.
All right.
We have another call coming in. All right. So that's all right.
Yeah,
so we have one more call. Okay. Hi, caller. Good morning. Could you turn down your radio, please? Caller? Hi, turn on your radio, please. Caller?
Yes, beloved.
Hi, good morning.
Reach in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Haile Selassie the First.
Okay, caller, you have something, a device that you're listening to us on. Could you turn that down, please? and just listen through your phone.
Leadership out, yes. Greeting in the name of their Majesty, Hail Selassie, the first of Father. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, let the Almighty be praised. This is the day and Almighty have made. Let us rejoice and give thanks and praise.
Give thanks.
Yes, give thanks to the program.
Rastafari.
Yes, beloved. Rastafari is a wily topic. Maybe we have to have some more days and weeks and months to really continue because the program really is not bring the whole justification cancer on our movement.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, give thanks to Bongo Shaka and the brethren who is on the program who we can't hear. Rastafari is a way of life. It's even more than a way of life, No, you don't have to be really have a dread on your head to be a Rastafarian. It's a divine power. It's a divine power. As the brother mentioned a little while ago, Rastafari is Christian, Christianity. But we have not really read that knowledge and that farmer intelligent really to really unfold these things to the people. Rastafari is a form of Christianity we call with a difference. Because our Christianity come from the ancient city of Ethiopia, which is the cradle of civilization.
Yeah,
that's our Christianity. So we come in the name of Rastafari through this order here really, representing His Majesty here Selassie, which mean Rastafari mean head. The word Rastafari mean head. And people say head creator. Rastafari mean head and Tafari mean creator. But it's not really true. Rastafari is not creator. Rastafari mean he is to be feared. So when you see a Rasta man, really know, so you have to fear the Rasta man because you represent God. You represent God. Ethiopia is a God country. It's the place when, according to the scripture, the prophecy of the Kibra Nigas, which was stolen in the time of King Theodore II, when England went into Ethiopia in the city of Magdala and invade the citadels and take out everything out of it and carry everything from England into Ethiopia, So a lot of things have been hidden from Ethiopia. The Bible from Ethiopia has been banned in natural teaching, and we get the teaching of Christendom. Now, Babylon, the program, I'm going to finish rather cut something short.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, Babylon now is not a really physical movement you're watching now, right? It's just like it is a spirit now. It's a spirit, when we say Babylon, born Babylon.
Yeah, it's system of deception. It's spirit of deception. Yeah.
The Father say, many have gone out in the world in the name of God and deceived many, not everyone that say God shall be saved. So we did from the spirit now, we recognize the spirit of God, through the representative of how man dwell. You don't judge a man by his locks, in the context of a ballad. You judge a man by the context of his character. You understand me? Because a lot of people out here who carry locks, but when you really watch them, they're more article than the man who carry locks himself.
Yeah, I said that before on the program. Yeah, more conscious. Yeah.
So Rastafari, right, is a way how man to conduct yourself. For instance, Rastafari now who? Rastafari now run adultery, fornication, lesbianism, all these kind of wrongs in society. We denounce them kind of things, really. We live and follow Christ. We walk in the name of Christ. Whosoever, you say any man who want to destroy his sin, right? He becomes a new creation, a new creation. All things that pass away and together becomes new. So when you throw the old man and accept Rastafari, become a new person in the name of the King Rastafari. You understand? So the whole concept now of Rastafari came direct from the land of Ethiopia. When according to the scripture, when the Queen of Sheba went to Ethiopia to visit Solomon and heard everything and the ways of Solomon, and then because of Solomon's sin, because he was given a conditional love, a conditional commands according to the Almighty through David. So when him sin now, when Solomon sinned and break the covenant of the Almighty now, then is when the Almighty chose Ethiopia and removed the Ark of the Covenant through the firstborn son of Melchizedek, went to Ethiopia, Solomon had another son called Rehoboam. The blessing was given to Jerusalem as well, because to the sin of Jerusalem, that's why they was taken into captivity into Babylon. You understand me? So Ethiopia, we praise Ethiopia to the spectacle of the divine majesty, Haile Selassie, who we call God in the full person upon earth amongst man. You understand me? The represent of the spirit of God. Yeah, I say, Christ say, if I don't go, the Holy Comforter will not come. So he said, I will go and send the Holy Comforter, and when the Holy can come for you, he shall teach you all things that I have taught him. How you shall recognize the Holy Comforter? You recognize him through the spirit of truth. So here Selassie represent Christ through the spirit of truth, the incarnation of Christ through the spirit of truth.
All right, so okay, so we kind of need to end this segment, but I want to ask you this question, right? Okay, so Rastas recognize Selassie as being the reincarnation of, but if he is not actually of the faith, or he didn't practice the faith, then how do you explain that?
Yes, here's Selassie. No, here's Selassie is the defender of the human faith. The defender of the human faith, of all faith in the world. He is still a defender, just like Christ. You understand me? So he say he is not, just like Christ, he is not Muslim, he ain't Rasta, he ain't Christian, he represents humanity. You understand me? So all other religion that you practice out with a Pentecostal, Roman Catholic, this and come on the opposites of he is Selassie. I don't know if that answers your question. You understand me? He is not no personal man in a personal group and a personal clique. Pick out a different one personal denomination. That's how Rastafari, we defend each and every man faith. He said we must live side by side with every man faith. Now you're speaking to a Rasta man, Rastafari, Rasabuna, that's my name. I will walk into a Babylon church where people call Babylon church. And no Rasta man will never do that. They fear them kind of things. You understand? Because they have the overstanding, we defend all the faith. You understand me? It's in Rasta and Christian, we defend all of them. So, answering your question, yes, Selassie represent all the faith, not just Rastafari faith. And that's the myth among Rastafari, that people separation and can be live side by side with the people and can coexist with the people, because the way how we have brought up and learned and the teaching of Rastafari. But Rastafari is in a bigger span. You know, man, many. Yeah, I say the half of the story have never been told yet. So the program we have this morning will never address what really we want.
Yes, and I thank you very much for calling in. And I do believe that we're going to have to do a part 2 of this program, because I think the essence of a lot of the questions that we have, and I even have another question that I want to ask, but I can't pose it at this time because, yes, Jati, I see the thumbs up.
Well,
yes, I see the thumbs up. So we are going to have to organize a part 2 of this conversation. And thank you very much for your contribution.
Brother Bone, give thanks for the intervention. That's strength to strength. So you almost feel like you're in the studio. So I hope on the next occasion, I'll get him come in the show. That's what the brother told you about, was to come with I, but so
okay.
Something,
Okay.
But thanks for your time, Bones. Give thanks for your strength.
Yeah, blessing. That's it. You're doing a wonderful job, Keep up the power.
All right.
Yes, beloved.
Thank you. All right. All right. So, Jati, you could probably just type a one-liner so that we could read on air for you. But Bongo, in the meantime, we're going to give you a minute to wrap up this topic. And as I said, we are going to have to do a part 2 because I have many questions that I want to ask, and both of us.
And I think,
both of us.
I think some persons are still confused. I really don't like that, because the intention of the program is to clear up the misconceptions about Rasta, and I think we didn't get enough time and all these issues and a bunch of things. So definitely.
Yeah. All right. So Bongo, a minute to wrap up for me, please.
Yeah, that's why you see in doing Rastafari program, when I was doing my program, I structured it in topics to just stick to, somewhere. But when in Rastafari you started talk that, man, sometimes you had the time to go in depth, as you love my brethren Bone. So give thanks to Bone, that's why they interrupt him, like one word song. So yeah, give thanks to be here, I just start on him, my brethren, Jati, so blessing to the eye and the eye stepson, to the eye and the eye family, and the other brethren and sister in Jamaica, give them my regards and support. So I give thanks to be here, and Rastafari is a very strong, unique people, as I say, and people must learn to respect Rastafari and try go around the right brethren of them, As I say, Rastafari is love and peace and joy and respect of each other. But we have no respect of person when it comes to principle, That's why we say we burn our fire. That's what song, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have
Give thanks.
Jati.
Yeah.
All right. And we have Jati saying he says that he has so much to say. He would have to get a better device. And thanks for being here. All right. So Jati, yes, we would extend an invitation so that we can hear your actual voice on the next program. All right. So we unfortunately have to come to the end of this program. But as I said, there will be a part 2. We thank you, listeners, for being patient with us through our technical issues, as well as for being interactive with us during this particular part 1 of our topic of Rastafari, life, culture, and religion. And we will alert you as to when the next episode will take place. All right. So thanks very much again. And we are going to... But people saying I jump in too much this morning.
Yeah, so we could just
we're going to head into we're going to head into our bank rates at this time. Yes, that's what we're going to do. All right.
Bye,
so
Jati.
All right.
Oh, yes, I do.
WEFM.